Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan, and I can't stop talking about the Hunter Biden scandal between the drugs and the sex and the money, especially the money. The money's the important part. I mean, I'm appalled at all the other stuff, quite frankly, and Hunter's behavior, alleged behavior, some of it. I don't know. I don't know what's true and what's not, but a lot of it seems to be true. A lot of it. This is from the National Pulse. Exclusive. Hunter Biden audio confesses partnership with China's spy chief. Joe Biden named as criminal case witness. An audio recording exclusively obtained by the National Pulse reveals Hunter Biden's discussing business involvement with a spy chief of China and how his business partner Devon Archer named him and his father as witnesses in a southern district of New York criminal case. Can we hear a little bit of this? I guess we
I
can.
get calls from my father to tell
Oh,
me
here it is.
that the New York Times is calling, but my old partner Eric, who literally has done me harm for I don't know how long.
Sounds very whiny to me if that's Hunter. Um, Hunter Biden, in an audio file labeled Most Genius S Ever, appears to be referring to Patrick Ho, who was a former Secretary for Homeland Affairs in Hong Kong, as well as a spy chief of China, while lamenting how his business partner Yi Jianming of CEFC China Energy has disappeared. Well, of course, you moron. They set you up. He's probably either luxuriating somewhere in a Chinese mansion with plenty of hot Chinese girls, or he's dead because he didn't blackmail you enough.
Is the one taking the calls because my father will not stop sending the calls to Eric. I have another New York Times reporter calling about.
Oh, a poor baby. He's got millions of dollars and a famous father and a famous family, and oh, it's just so terrible. You know, he had a wife and had money and a career and all these things. What a tough life poor Hunter's had. I think that is the tune this guy's been playing his whole life. I really do. I think he's just been the weakest link in the Biden family chain. And I think for years, and I've always said, I think Joe Biden was a bully. I think he still kind of is, but he's too old to really make it work anymore. And I think because of that, his sort of bullying demeanor, affected his son. I genuinely believe that. I think his son probably just was sort of crushed under his personality to a large degree, and he probably showered all his attention on Bo, and then he was the sort of forgotten Biden and never could live up to his dad's expectations, and this is probably why he does crack. Just my theory.
About my representation of the literally Dr. Patrick Ho, the fucking spy chief of China.
Jesus, he even knows. If he knows the guy was the spy chief of China and he's doing business with him, I mean, this is unbelievable. Well, you can find this on the National Pulse. And if you're following this like I am, oh, here's the transcript. The richest man in the world is missing. Who was my partner? He was missing since I last saw him in his $58 million apartment inside a $4 billion deal to build the effing largest effing LNG port in the world. I am receiving calls from the Southern District of New York from the U.S. Attorney himself. My best friend in business, Devon, has named me as a witness without telling me in a criminal case, and my father without telling me. Jesus, man.
There is no question
Oh, crap.
that Hunter Biden was selling access to Joe Biden.
I didn't mean to start that, but that appears... this all appears to be... I mean, how much more evidence do you need that these guys were up to their eyeballs in deals that were shady deals? And you're going to tell me the vice president of the United States, the patriarch of the Biden family, he's completely unaware of this? No. He's aware. there's evidence to suggest he was aware in these emails. Certainly enough evidence that it requires an investigation. But I know the final play, Joe. The final play is you've got dementia, and you're just gonna sit at home and have your wife take care of you as long as she bothers to stay around, and you know you're going to be locked in one of your mansions, unable to go anywhere, and you're going to have to pretend to be really far gone when you're not that far gone. But sadly, it looks like you are going to be that far gone in a not too distant future. So they're never going to prosecute Biden. So don't just get it out of your heads. But Hunter, to me, he's the perfect scapegoat. Or they can nail him to the wall. But again, judging by his previous behavior and actions, I don't think he's going to be able to take it. I know that'll push him right over the edge, I think. But I would like to see him, deposed and get all this out in the open and see how far this goes. I think it leads right to Obama at some point. At some point. I don't think he was a mastermind or anything, but I think Obama knew. I think Obama was probably sitting in the office hearing about this stuff going, damn it, Joe. And just saying, well, all right, just tell him to stop or tell him no more or whatever. And then they'd kind of let it go. That would be my guess. He kind of knew some of it, and he just let it go because what is he going to do? Throw his own VP in jail? He wasn't going to do that. He's probably got some stuff on him. They probably got stuff on each other. And, the Obama's daughter connection to Hunter, that I want to see. I don't know how real it is. I don't know if a sex tape of that is going to come out, but that's really going to shine a very poor light on the Obamas if that happens. It just keeps going. The whole of sleaze doesn't stop with the Bidens.